Hey guys, you might be thinking I'm watching a little flumty one night at flumty's animation. Well, nope. Think about that again, because this is the sad fate of 1 week at flumty's, aka one night at flumty's. Yes, this game was a work in progress, but just watch. Wait. Okay, good. Let's begin.
I gave it a solid effort, but it was not meant to be. I don't enjoy canceling games after I've announced them. This isn't the first time I've done it, or the second time, or the third time.
I think it's the voice of Flumty in the first game because it really sounds like him.
But it's never easy. Relatively speaking, though, I feel pretty at ease with this decision. Whenever I started making 1 week at Flumty's, the biggest motivator for me was just Five Nights at Freddy's 4 hype. Because it was announced and everyone was really excited, like, goodness gracious, Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we thought that was maybe the end, but it turns out there's one more. That's going to be amazing. We need to theorize about what it'll be like. We need to play all the past games again and get ourselves into it. And, it was just a really exciting time. I wanted to kind of join in on that because I like the idea of giving people something to be excited about. And I could, make a new game about something entirely different that no one has ever seen before. Or I could go back and maybe make one more Flumty game, and people would be excited for that because it's in a universe they've already seen before and they know about and are familiar with. That was my main motivator for 1 week at Flumty's. I went into it with almost no ideas, and I announced it whenever I'd done almost nothing with it. I thought about waiting longer to announce it because I hadn't done anything with it, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to complete it yet. But I got impatient, just being excited.
Wait here, guys. The hell? What the hell? Okay. Let's keep on watching.
About the idea of other people being excited, and that's probably something that I shouldn't have done. But it was too late once I'd done it.
Okay.
I did initially have fun working on it, though. Because I had some ideas, not very many, but I thought I had just enough where I could plow through as much of it as I could, and if I ever lost motivation, then I could say, well, I've done so much in these first 1 or 2 weeks of production that anything that I've done so far, it can't go to waste. I have to keep going. It's too late to stop now. That was the mindset that...
Well, there's one fan who made a fan-made edition of this game. But I guess it got banned because no one enjoyed it. I could have played it, I don't know.
I went into. So, with One Night at Flumty's 2, I kind of went in with the assumption that I was just going to make up ideas as I went along and it would work out eventually, and it did. 1 week at Flumty's, I tried the same thing, and it just didn't work out. That's kind of what you get whenever you don't plan things out well enough. It might work and it might not. It took me developing and programming a whole map system, drawing 15 rooms, or technically 16 I guess, because of the office, but the office was never finished, and drawing Birthday Boy Blam, I think 19 times or something like that. It took me that long to realize that there were just inherent problems with the way that I designed the game, and it was too late to fix them unless I wanted to make some huge changes. Basically, I designed the game around the ability to be able to move around bits of hallways and turn on these laser beam doors that pretty much act like the vents in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So I did that, and I realized that it was very easy to just trap the character or the characters between walls and just have them get stuck forever, and then there's no challenge anymore. In fact, there's no challenge to begin with because there's nothing else stopping you from doing anything to that effect. So I wasn't having fun.
It's kind of sad to hear that your favorite game when the first flumtys game came out, we were so hyped for the sequel, One Night at Flumtys 2, but then, after announcing that there's gonna be a third game, you gotta freaking close it. You gotta just cancel everything, do you?
Making the game, and my own philosophy that I've kind of developed over time is if I'm not having fun making something, then it won't be fun for people to play. I wanted to challenge that this time. I wanted to see if I could still make an enjoyable game even though I wasn't enjoying working on it. And it turns out that I didn't see the mistakes in it because my heart wasn't in it. And the mistakes that I did see, I had no interest in fixing. So I weighed my options. I either had to cancel 1 week at Flumtys and save myself a whole lot of stress and disappoint people, or spend forever making 1 week at Flumtys, completely stress myself out, and still disappoint people. So I chose the As sad as the news is, it's also a huge relief for me, because I, of course, am relieving myself of a whole lot of stress that I went through trying to make this game that I just don't want to do anymore. And also because I feel like One Night at Flumtys 2 is a perfectly adequate ending. I don't feel like it needs a continuation, and so I'm glad that I ended it how I did, because it doesn't feel like by discontinuing the series where I am, I'm leaving it incomplete. It just feels like I'm leaving it off where it ends pleasantly in people's memories.
Oh no.
It's also a relief to me because One Night at Flumtys is a parallel of Five Nights at Freddy's. One Night at Flumtys 2 wasn't intended to be, but still kind of ended up being a parallel of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And the third One Night at Flumtys game, aka 1 Week at Flumtys, pretty clearly resembles Five Nights at Freddy's 3, even though I tried to make it as original as I could, but if I had finished it, then people would just say, well, you copied the first 3 Five Nights at Freddy's games, now copy the 4th one whenever it comes out.
I don't think he's copying it, He's a well-made person and makes well-made games. Don't judge him for that.
Halloween. And that's not really something I want to do. To be honest, I've grown really tired of the Flumty.
You know what you could do? It's kind of simple. Make one great game, like The Adventure of Flumty or something, like that. It's supposed to be scary, but I don't give a shit, okay?
The characters. I still like them, but I just don't want to do anything else with them. They're always jokes. In my mind, they always will be jokes. And I don't want to continue to make games only about characters that didn't really have much of a serious thought process behind them. I guess that's another thing, is I considered making it a more serious game, because I had more nights to work with, and therefore I could make more of a story develop. Since people will be curious, I'm gonna explain what the story of 1 Week in Flumtys was going to be right now, and just kind of the general layout of it. Night 1 was going to be basically just survive the night with Birthday Boy Blam wandering the building, and that was going to be it. Night 2 was going to be essentially the same thing, except with the beaver and the owl. Everyone said that the beaver needed to return as a zombie or a phantom, and that's an idea that I had before I released One Night at Flumtys 2. I just didn't want to use it, but it's funny because my friend Jake suggested that the beaver be a mummy because he has toilet paper. And he is the only one who suggested that idea, and I thought it was great, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted to finish the game, but of course I wasn't able to. So, the beaver would not have been a zombie, would not have been a phantom, would have been a mummy. And
Wait. When making One Night at Flumtys 1, my friend Max of Fev Trades suggested that muffled rap music play in the background as you see the beaver sitting on the toilet. This too was an idea I thought about using one week at Flumtys, okay.
would have seen it coming. It is sad that that idea didn't become a reality, but maybe someone can make it happen. Night 3 was going to be just the Red Man and Grunkfist. Grunkfist was going to, like, teleport. The Red Man was going to mess with equipment or something. Night 4 was going to involve the Eyesore and 2 additional characters that resemble the Eyesore but are just singular corpses rather than a whole dinosaur of corpses, and they were just going to also, like, run around the building, I guess. And they were going to be called Champ and Chump. The reason they would be called Champ and Chump is because of a plot twist that would be revealed before Night 5. The plot twist would be, you see a minigame flashback of yourself, essentially, being the player of the first 2 One Night at Flumty's games. And Flumty is, like, beckoning you to a back room where he says, come and claim your prize and be my best friend. And then once you're lured into that back room, he says, well, in order to be my new best friend, you have to kill your old best friend. Naturally, you would decline this offer because hopefully you're a sane human being. And so, Flumty kills you both, you are the champ, and he is the chump. Then the question is, who is playing the game? Night 5, Flumty is the only one active, and I was thinking, like, maybe everything could change in Night 5 and it would be crazy, and the biggest idea I had was having the rooms switch places. Like, you would be able to physically see the rooms that are the same size on the map just switch. But dang, would that have been more interesting to look at than to actually play. So, climactic 5th night where you're surviving Flumty, and he's really, really scary and whatnot, and then I wanted there to be a 6th night. That wasn't an actual night, it was just kind of a thing where you look in a mirror and realize that you have been Flumty this whole game. The whole thing took place in your consciousness. Golden Flumty is your alter ego, and you have been tempted to kill all these innocent people because you thought it was a fun game. But now you have faced your demons and realized your faults. I had a few ideas for an ending. One involved Flumty just flying away from his problems into an endless oblivion. Another one involved Flumty killing Golden Flumty, his alter ego, in some weird, like, boss fight sort of thing, which I didn't know how that was going to work out exactly, but after that he would go back in time and undo everything that he did because he can transcend time and space. Another idea that I had was for his immunity to the plot to be, like, this contract, and he rips up the contract, and by doing that he's no longer invincible, and so he would go back to all the people that he hurt over the years and have them get their revenge on him, and as a result he would die and become an egg yolk in the ground, and being redeemed he would fly into the afterlife. I just wanted to have Flumty fly in one way or another, using the image that I used in the very beginning of the One Night at Flumty's trailer that I posted whenever I made the first game. I thought it would be kind of a fun way for everything to come full circle. If anyone else wants to make the game and the ending that I could not, feel free. You can make a 1 week at Flumty's if you want. You can make any number of Flumty's fan games. You can make fan art. You can use the music that I made for the
Wait, dude. You let us make our own imagination game. You could just take all the progress you made and release it. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. But somebody already did that, and they made a... Is there going to be a Nightmare Flumty? I don't know. Okay.
Night at Flumty's games if you want. Like, you have permission to do any of that if you feel like it. I'm just honored that it's come this far, and you're all wonderful people. Thank you for everything. If you are at all worried that this means the end of me making games, that's not the case, because making games is my deepest passion. It's something I care about very greatly, and it's something I don't intend on stopping anytime soon. I don't know what I'll do next. All I know is that it's most likely not going to be Flumty. But it'll be something. We'll see.
And that's the ending of the video, guys. Wait. That's done. Yeah, that's the ending. Okay. So yeah, feel free to do it a fourth game and like a FNAF kind of thing, you know, Flumty World, or maybe ONAF World. Hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.